Hello, Patreon, and thank you for being with me here in July, which is not July, it's still June, but it's July when you're watching it, so thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate it so much. But yeah, let me show you guys what I have been up to. So, of course, I've been sick, and I haven't really focused on anything at the beginning of the month. Well, I'm in June, so for July. I try and get things done the first week or two of the current month for the next month. I found that has been working for me, especially sending stuff early. I don't like getting there like a whole month later, so I want to send it out as soon as possible. It's already mid-June, and it's already later than I'd want for the July stuff to go out, but yeah. Not that I want to send it right now. Wait, I'm so confused. I usually want to send stuff the first week of the month, so but I want to have it done the week prior, the first week of the month prior. Oh, I'm not making any sense. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, let me show you what I have so far for the month of July. Of course, I've been working from work. And let's see. Okay, so I haven't cut the stickers out yet, but I have printed them and laminated them. So we'll get that done. Where are my... Okay, I'll show that. I'll show it when I go get it. But these will be the stickers. I just haven't cut them out yet. But they're crystals with ghosts and flowers, roses, ghosts and flowers, and it's hollow. I think it looks really cute. Once I cut them out, I think you'll be able to see them a little better. I did a few extra here. For part of the stationery, this time instead of doing lists, I normally have kind of lists like this type of thing, 3 of them, but this time I wanted to do sort of like a weekly planner, so I made this one. This week it has Monday through Friday and then the weekend here, and then I have goals or things I need to do for the week, and then things I actually got done for the week. When I have started doing my planner, which is this one, so cute, and I found that doing that helps me mentally. I'll do a list of things I'd like to accomplish in the week, and then I put here what I have actually done for the week, because sometimes you don't get to the stuff on your list and you're like, oh, I didn't do anything, but that's not true. You did stuff. It just might have not been what was on your list. So seeing it on this side, seeing this side start to fill up makes you feel better about yourself, that you actually accomplished stuff. Unfortunately, it may not have been what was on your list that you wanted to get done, but you did get other stuff done. The other thing is trackers. I put trackers here. I was going to write stuff like social media, water, or whatever, but then I decided to leave it open because everyone has different things they'd like to track. And then at the bottom, your number 1 goal for the week would be here. The number 1 thing you want to get done. Doesn't matter if anything else on here doesn't get done, so long as this goal gets done. And then wishful thinking, something you'd like to get done this week. It would be totally awesome if you did, but if you don't get to it, it's fine. Maybe you'll get to it next week. So yeah, that's my planner. I think that's something that works for me. I'd like to try and use it for this week. I printed out a couple so that I can use them. I really like this design. I made it with little mushrooms right there. This theme for the stationery is sort of like cottagecore ghost thing, because everything I do has to have the clothes. The calendar, I printed out 5x7, but you can totally print it out 8x10. Usually when I design it to be 8x10 so that when you print it, it's more accurate. But I think it came out so cute. It's the mushrooms, the ghosts, and the flowers. I wanted to do something different, so I experimented with putting the days of the week on this side and the weekend here. I hope that doesn't confuse people too much. I tried to relatively keep it lined up so that you can still kind of see the week. But yeah, if you like want to do work stuff here and then stuff for yourself here, you're able to separate it better. I put 2 note areas here in case you wanted to put reminders, maybe notes about the week, maybe birthdays or something that you have to remember. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I think it's so cute. The J in July is a mushroom. I really like this design. I think this is one of my most favorite designs so far. But that's that. Let me get oh, here they are. They're the my god, what's it called? Words. The postcards. That's right. For the postcards, I like to do like an illustration and then like a little sort of like background type thing. So for the illustration, I did this. The mermaid with the little, kind of like a, what are these called? Are they koi fish? Not koi fish, no. Beta fish maybe, or something like that. Yeah, I was inspired because I was watching Mer People on Netflix, and I'm like, oh, mermaids. I don't know why in May I was not in the mermaid vibe for May. But June, that's a whole different story. I'm totally in the mermaid vibe. So I made this one. She's kind of spooky with one eye being different than the other, her little scar, and then the fish. I love how the fish came out. So cute. And that's that, some bubbles and stuff, and of course the back is the postcardness. And for the other one, like I said, I kind of like to do like a sort of background wallpaper type looking kind of thing, so I decided to incorporate the theme of the calendar. So I have some ghosts, I have mushrooms, crystals, and it says be magical in the center, and then the back of course is the postcard. So that'll be it. Once I cut out the stickers, I will show you guys that too, to show you the finished look. But however, I would like to send these out as quickly as possible, so that you get them on time. So one of the big changes that I want to make for July is my shop. I'm just not getting Shopify. I'm so sorry to Shopify, but I just don't get it. It's just Etsy is so much easier, unfortunately. I think most small business people are not business majors or anything like that, and it makes it a little difficult to understand how Shopify works. I'm sure if I started with Shopify, I'd be an expert at Shopify by now. But because I started with Etsy and I got so used to how they work, the mechanics of it and everything, I really miss being on Etsy and how easy everything was. Unfortunately, it's expensive now to be on Etsy, but I will try my best. I am going to be treating Etsy like the way I treat my artist tables at conventions. So what I mean by that is, I wish I could find the video or the person that I watched, but it was so helpful. if I ever come across that video again, I'll link it for you guys or tell you guys about it, because I have taken their advice and it just has worked for me. It works really well. So basically what they said was, you want to make sure you have the 3 key spending points for people, for type of people that are going to be visiting your table. It is children, just window shoppers. They usually want to spend $5 or less. So you want to have things in your table that are for those, catered to those people. $5, $2, maybe $6, but nothing too overpriced, small, but still attracting enough to want to impulse buy. And then you have the middle tier, which are people who are looking to spend a little money, looking for something creative, and are willing to spend a little more, but not a drastic amount. So for that, I have my middle tier, which is a big range for me. Is from like $15 to $30. So that's where I have my crochet dolls, my sitting dolls, the slightly bigger items in my shop. And then the third tier is for those people that are coming to spend money. They're going to the con and they're gonna be like, I want to spend $100. They don't want to, but they probably wouldn't mind spending $100. So for those people, I have my bigger dolls, my more extravagant things. And yeah, so it started out small when I first tried it, and as I've been going, I've been adding more and more to each tier and kind of expanding it, especially the more priced point ones. You want to make sure it's worth that much. You don't want to try and sell a mid-tier thing for the third tier. So that's kind of what I want to do with Etsy. I want to sell my little window shopper things like stickers and postcards and things like that. And then I want to have the mid tiers and my bigger dolls, then the big grandiose dolls and stuff like that. I am going to save for my convention because those take a lot of time and are harder to produce rapidly if people want them. So for that, if I have something extra, I'll put it on my Etsy. If not, I'm gonna wait till the conventions, and then whatever I don't sell there, I'll put on my Etsy shop. Now, the other problem is on my Shopify, I felt it was a little bit more lenient on copyright, fan art type of stuff. Now I sell at cons, so most of the stuff is known things like Pokemon or anime characters or movie characters and stuff like that. And on Etsy seems to be very strict on it. I've seen a lot of people get their shop closed because they were selling copyrighted things. Now I saw someone say or comment that it's not copyright if you're just putting someone else's image or fan base and putting it on an item that you sell, and that's it. It has to be something that you personally created, inspired by whatever it was. And so long as it's something that you personally made, inspired by it, you didn't just plaster a sticker or an image that was already made from that copyrighted thing and plaster it onto something you made, then you should be fine. Now, it depends too on the copyright of said fandom. So if that fandom is very strict and the original creator doesn't like people doing stuff on there about what they made, then they're gonna come crack down on you. So hopefully I can get away with a lot of stuff, but it's kind of hard. It's scary because you don't want your shop to be taken down. I believe after 3 strikes, you're not allowed to open a shop again. So, I don't know. I'm going to try and keep a majority of things that I make original without being a fan of something. However, I'm still going to sprinkle in some things that are fan art type things. So yeah, it's kind of like a thin line there. But I do have a lot of things that I create based just off of what I design. And I think at this point I have a set look as to what I make. So it should be rather simple. Now, with that said, some of my best creations I think have been for Patreon exclusively, and I don't want to just start selling my Patreon stuff on my Etsy. However, I would like people who weren't part of my Patreon to get their hands on it if they'd like it. So for my older stuff, I don't know. I really like it, but I don't know. I'd like other people to enjoy it too, and that would mean they'd have to join my Patreon, which, I mean, you know, it would be ideal. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Maybe like at half of the year I can post on my Etsy for a limited time. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Like maybe half the year, like every 6 months, I can post on my Etsy the last 6 months of Patreon goodies. And they can access it. And then it'll only be available for a week, and then I'll take it off until the next 6 months. But only the previous 6 months of stuff will be available. I don't know. I'm still working on it, but I think maybe that's something I can do. So yeah. As far as the crochet for July, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. So I don't know what's coming your way for July crochet. So that is it for right now, but I'll see you later. Bye. So to keep in theme, I decided to go with a gnome crochet, and he makes me so happy. Look at how cute he is. So to show you a little bit of the process, here is my notes on the pattern. You can see my scratch offs on what I decided didn't work, and then I go ahead and use Canva to type it all out. I just elaborate more on each step. And that's it. Okay, so this is what I have so far for the post-it notes for July. It's these here, like a little mushroom with the crystals, and then there will be 4, so the other one will be like this, a giant mushroom, and then one with crystals. And so it you could kind of see here on the top, like the whole thing that comes together with the milk. This is what the stickers should look like once I cut them out. I love how vibrant they look on the computer. Here are the gnomes that I made. I made a few more. I just love how they look so much. And you can make them individual with long beards, short beards. They're just so cute. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very informative, I think. But thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Happy July!